Now, Narshe isn't that friendly a place anymore, as you'll come to realise. Well, no, this place is still fine. He's still there teaching us about something. That place is still well inhabited. Hey, it's the wolf! Hey, what are you doing here? Doesn't matter, really. Nothing left anyway. There's only one Moogle still around, and only a treasure hunter could pick that lock. Oh. I wonder who that one Moogle could be. Yeah, but we can run into enemies here now. Just red wolves and things. Nothing too threatening for our guys. But yeah, there's something I want to get now, today, so that I can work on stuff off screen. Realm and Terror between them could probably take this guy out with just fire. I hate using like loads of MP when I don't have to. I'm really stingy with MP. But you'll notice that the enemies, like, they don't get very extremely difficult unless they're in dungeons. And that's because of the nature of the way that... Oh, well, there we go. Oh, good job, Locke. That's why you want to wait until you have Locke, is because the doors, you can't access a lot of the places until you have him to open doors for you. Because they'll be locked otherwise. Well, I have stuff to cut out. I've been going for about 15 minutes now, but I don't care. I have stuff to cut out from when I was equipping things and doing stuff in the Colosseum and stuff, so... There's actually one particular place I'm looking for. And I'll actually... That's all I want to do. Let's see how much Realm... See, Realm has to catch up a lot with magic, and that's actually going to be important when I show you what she has to do. I know I'm using fire, it's just because we're in an icy, snowy place. Do you know what those, like, wolves look like? They look like a negative, almost like a negative from a negative of a photograph, because they're that kind of browny colour. Who's equipped with an Esper? Oh, it's the Thunder Shields or something. That's what it is, because you can learn... Because you can learn from them or whatever. Never mind. Harry's being weird again. But yeah. There's one particular one, and I can't think of which one it is. There's one particular house I'm looking for. It's not this one. Unless it is, and this is the building I'm wanting to go into. Yes, this is it, isn't it? I've been waiting for you. I wanted to give you this. Now, this is something... I ran a weapon shop for 70 years. This stone gives off an eerie aura. If I melted it and forged a sword, it would be powerful. Well, make the stone into a sword. Now, this is actually the Magicite Ragnarok. The thing about the Magicite Ragnarok is that you can either get it as the Magicite, so you'll have the Esper, or you can get it made into a sword, Ragnarok. Now, you have a choice to make. If you leave it as the Magicite Esper, then what you have is... first of all, an Esper that you can learn Ultima of. So if you want to get Ultima early, which I don't think you really need, because you're so powerful already. And as well, you have Ragnarok's ability, which allows you to turn enemies into items and get some quite rare items that way, which I don't find much useful. I've never really done it. I don't see why, I've never needed to do it, so that's your first choice. Your second choice is to make it into a sword, Ragnarok, which is a brilliant sword. It's amazing. It's really, really good. And as well, not only that, you can go to the Colosseum and you can bet it and get an even better sword called the Illumina. And the Illumina is absolutely fantastic. So I think you can tell by now that I'm going to get it made into the sword, just because I know it's like I'm skipping an Esper, a whole Esper, and not getting it in the game, but I just think the sword is far more useful, so... Right! So you'll make that into a sword for us, and now we have, just equip it on Terra, the sword Ragnarok, which as you can see increases battle power, increases stamina, speed, vigor, magic block by 10, and evade by 55. Also, it automatically critical hits every time you use it, so... that's another reason why it's good. Now, there's one more item I want to get here. Isn't it through one of these locked doors? There's an item you can get called the Cursed Shield, and I actually really want it. Because that's the thing that I want to get so that I can work on it off screen. No, it's not here. There's another door next door, though. At least I'm not running into any more battles. I hope you guys let me know if you like whether you mind or not that I'm not cutting out battles. It's just, oh, here's a Nasty Down. I think that's the coolest name. But yeah, I might as well show you. Well, Terra's in the back row, so it won't do much good. But see, that was an automatic critical hit, but she was in the back row, so it did feck all. So that's why it didn't. It only did 600, and as well, Illumina is better. Wait till you see Illumina, but trust me, this is why you guys can go ahead and you can get, like, certainly Ragnarok might be good and a good idea, but like just look up how you use it, because I honestly have no idea how you're supposed to use the Ragnarok Esper to get items. You just use it in battle, and there's a chance that it'll turn enemies into items, and sometimes they'll be rare ones or whatever. I'm not actually that sure. I wonder if this guy's weak against Bio, just like those other guys are. It'd be useful to know. Yeah, they seem to be. Okay, well that's good. Locke should be growing up a level sometime soon. Yeah, so this is the weirdest video. Like, honestly, I can't get over how insanely strange this video is. I'm just doing the most random things. Okay, I think it's... No, see, he'll be dead in like 2 minutes. Like, this is another reason why I don't want to cut out battles, because all these battles are only taking like 2 seconds, and that's why I don't want to... That's why I don't want to cut them out. Do you know? Locke, why aren't you gaining a level? I'm just getting impatient. But I don't want to be patient. Is it in this place? No. There's like definitely other places that you can go. I'm pretty sure this is where you get that cursed shield, is in Narshe. Maybe it's in that place now. Did I ever finish explaining when I was saying like the enemies don't get that much more difficult? And it's because you can come here anytime you want, and they don't want the enemies to be insanely difficult compared to other areas. So that kind of way, they don't want, so they kind of had to keep them all at the same kind of level. So yeah, that's why that's why all the enemies seem to be pretty easy no matter where we go. As well, it's just because my characters are quite powerful at the moment. So yeah, I don't think it's in here. Might be, I don't know, it's locked. I'm pretty sure we looted this place for all the treasure already. No, there's one that's still not locked. Empty. There's like a chest that you have to unlock with lock. I'm pretty, like, I haven't done this in quite a while, but as you can tell by how ridiculously crap I'm being, but there's like a chest that you have to unlock with lock that you can't get otherwise, and that's where the cursed shield is. Something that I didn't explain is that I never said is that Realm actually can't equip the... No, this is definitely not where we want to go. There must be some building I'm missing out on. Is it this one? The one thing that I haven't said is that like Realm actually can't Realm actually can't equip the Minerva, and that's even though it's an item for female characters and should theoretically be equipable by all female characters, including Realm. But the thing is that Realm's only a little girl. Here's where the science lessons start. Realm is only a little girl, and like the Minerva, judging from other Final Fantasy games, is like a busty age, or like a breastplate, so it'd have like big boob compartments on it. So like that's why she can't. I don't see why I have to explain this. I'm just like, oh well, that's why. In case you're wondering, because the Minerva has boob compartments. What a stupid thing to say. That was so ridiculous. Sorry. Oh man, it's great to have Realm back. I really like Realm. She's such a cool party member. What? Which building am I forgetting to check? Maybe it's this one? Yes, okay. There is a building that I haven't unlocked yet. I love the way it's like lock, and like his name is Lock, and he unlocks. Yes, this is the building. Okay, well finally. This video is going to end up being so long. I'm so sorry. Take this. Okay, so it's not a chest. Cursed shield. If we could break its purse, break its purse. Well, maybe that's what locks into breaking purses. Imagine its defensive power. Yes, this is the legendary cursed shield, and I am going to be uncursing it because the cursed shield is basically, I guess, the easiest way. I'm actually going to be leaving Narshe right now. Bothered running into any bloody random battles. I'm just gonna warp. The cursed shield, I'm going to show you where I'm going right now. See, I want to do this now because I want to be able to use the time to teach Realm the magic that Realm and Strago the magic they've missed out on. I'll show you guys now where I'm going. There are like a couple of methods that you can use to uncurse this thing. Basically, it uncurses when I think it's 256 battles. This the cursed shield. I'll show you now. Item arrange. There it is. Cursed shield. It's cursed. It is weak against every element. It actually has 0 defense, evade, magic defense, magic block. Reduces your magic power, stamina, speed, vigor, all of those things. So it is really bad. Also, it inflicts you with practically every status ailment, including the condemned, the one that counts you down towards when you die. It is so bad, but if you win, not enter and run away from, if you win 256 battles while having it equipped, then it turns into an amazing piece of armor. It turns into an amazing shield. So I'm actually going to be uncursing it, and the way that you do it is you equip it on someone, and also you equip them with a ribbon, which will actually counteract every single one of those status ailments except condemned. Now, what you want to be able to do, as you can imagine, is keep track of how many battles you've done. Now, the way you do that is, first of all, you come here to the solitary island, because the enemies here are crap, and they pose no threat. You can take them out really quickly. Actually, I'm going to equip him with with some sort of sword. I don't really care which one it is. I'm going to take off his dragon boots. First of all, the enemies are crap here, so they won't damage you. Second of all, they only give one experience point. Well, not one experience point, one magic point every single time. So that means if you have a character that, let's say like Realm, has 0% learned of life 3, for example, which is ×1. Now the ×1 is important. Of ×1, then, and you're going here, and the only enemies you fight, battles you fight while you're learning let's say life 3, are the battles you fight here. Then when she learns life 3, you know that you've done 100 battles. So you know that you have 100 done, and you need to do 156 more. So then you move, so when you have that done, you move on to, let's say, not Starlet, because you've learned Cure 3. You move on to another one that has, like, a ×1. A ×1 or a ×2 or something. Let's say if you move on to Bahamut, and that has a ×2, then when she learns that, when she's learned Flare, you know that you've done 150 battles, because you've done the 100 battles you needed to do to learn Fire 3 or Life 3, and you've done the 50 battles that you need to do to learn Flare. So that's 150 battles, and you do it like that, and that's how you're able to keep track. So what I'm going to do is off screen, I'm going to get up to the point where I only have to do a handful of battles. Well, no, what I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to put on Phoenix. And what I'm literally going to do is go up here, hold down the A button, and just go left. Well, first, as well, what you want to do is you want to go to configuration. Now, the battle speed is set to 1, which is the fastest, and I want to set the message speed to 1, which is the fastest too, and set the battle mode to active, instead of wait. Hold down A, and move left and right up here, so you're not in the desert, only on the rocky area. And as you can see, she has the countdown, but she doesn't have muddle, she doesn't have any of those crappy ones. And you just hold down A, and this is what happens. And they'll die themselves as well because they've seizure status. And you get 1 magic point, and that's 1. So you've done 1 battle, and as you can see, if you look at Realms progress on Phoenix, it has Life 3 has a number 1 next to it, so you can keep track of it that way if you're just kind of sitting here in a stupor, listening to music, doing it, because it does take quite some time. So that's what I'm going to do off screen, guys. I know this video probably turned out so long. It's probably like a half-hour long, so I want to apologise for that, but we actually did get quite a bit done. And I just wanted to be able to do that off screen, so I didn't have to like do it off screen, so that I could get it done quickly, because the reward is definitely worth it. Now, one thing to be wary of is don't go into the desert. Just keep going left and right where I showed you, because if you go into the desert, you can run into other enemies. But we're going to save that for the next time, because there's actually a lore we can learn for Strago there, that I want to show you. So, in the next part, I'll have gotten up to the stage where the Curse Shield is almost uncursed, I promise. And the good thing is that because I have so much recorded, I don't have to record for another long time, so I have plenty of time to be uncursing the bloody shield. Like, maybe if you just do 20 minutes every day, then you'll get it uncursed in no time, and you won't be here for an hour or 2 hours doing it. So, see you next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, guys. Thanks a million for watching. Really, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're enjoying this LP. See ya.